Hello, everybody. I am Chris Clark, and welcome to what we're calling Playbook. Each week, we're going to bring you the very latest from our local CIAA and MEAC schools and catch you up on the most recent games and get a look ahead at what's coming up next. A whole lot of basketball action, man. We got a slew of games this weekend to talk about. Starting off in Fayetteville, the Broncos have been rolling along under head coach Luke DeLessio, 13-3, 4-3 in conference play, but they take on the Shaw Bears next. We asked Coach, just what is it about this Bears team that might be problematic?
They play with 5 guards, so it's a different kind of game that we're playing. We haven't played that kind of opponent before. The biggest guys like 6'3", 6'4". They play a really aggressive zone. They try to score a lot of points. They double team post players. So it's a different kind of game. Usually we have a pack line, which is inside the three-point line. With them, we have to be outside the three-point line because they do a lot of driving kicks. So it'll be a tough matchup for us, and at least we had some time to prepare for it.
Now, that game is in Fayetteville, so a little bit of an edge to the Broncos. Despite the fact the school doesn't actually start until next Monday, Coach expects a decent-sized crowd. But playing at home, Coach tells us, isn't the be-all, end-all when it comes to advantages.
I actually like playing away games because there's less distractions. So maybe that's why we're successful on the road also. But, you know, at home, the biggest fear I always have with the team, just because you're home, it doesn't mean you're going to win the game. Right. You have to play. You can't take plays off. You have to play like you really want to win this game. And sometimes, because you're at home, you relax too much thinking that we're at home, I'm going to shoot well. You take things, you got to come out and work. If you don't work, you're not going to win. And that's what actually happens the other day with us.
True words ever been said. Next game, like we said, Fayetteville, Shaw, 2 p.m. Saturday. Then it's a date with the team Coach DeLessio used to run, the Bowie State Bulldogs, and my alma mater. Go ahead and get that out there right now. That game is set for Monday. Tips off at 7:30. Meanwhile, the Shaw Bears are trying to find their footing in 2020. Pair of close losses this month to Virginia Union and Claflin by a total of, get this, just 4 points. That is a tough pill to swallow. Last night, they faced down a Lincoln team that gave a great effort but came up just short in the end there. The Bears, they're averaging just over 80 points per game on offense, shooting 43% from the floor, 37% from beyond the arc. So they're almost in it. They're getting there. Junior guard Grayson Kelly leading Shaw on offense, averaging just over 19 per game, but no rest for the weary here. They got to be on the court in Fayetteville to face the Broncos. Like we said, Coach break down that matchup from his side of the floor.
This is a tall team. They have size. That's kind of been one of our weaknesses, is winning a rebounding battle. So we must focus on that. I do have a small group of guys, but what we do is try to shoot well from the floor, and that usually makes a bigger team smaller because you have to match our shooting.
Use what you got, man. It's going to be easy to write this team off if you're just looking at the record. I mean, it's 4-10 overall, but do it at your own peril. Half the team is upperclassmen with experience down the stretch. And freshman guard Najee Martin averaging over 13 points per game. So no overlooking the young guys either. Coach tells us it's about the intangibles with this crew.
This group likes each other. This group play well together. As far as on the court, you can tell that they like each other with the penetration and kicking and finding the shooters. Our size is a big issue. They work very hard. And that's really taking heed on correcting their mistakes and perfecting their best part of their games is the top key for us right now.
All right, now, like we said, that game against Fayetteville, but after that, they're not playing again until next Wednesday when they play host to Livingstone at C.C. Spalding Gymnasium. That one is right here in Raleigh. And the homestand has been really good to the St. Aug Falcons. They're 2-0 halfway through this 4-game set. Apparently, time off from school and a little time together over the holiday break did them really good, too. They took down a tough Glenville State team, dropping 103 points on that bunch, and then came back to just barely eke out a win over Virginia Union, 79-78 there. Now, in these 2 outings, the team averaged 91 points, shot 58% from the floor, including 52% from three-point range. Man, getting it done. Saturday, they faced down Lincoln, team out of Pennsylvania. Now, this is the same bunch that just took down Shaw. So we asked Coach Johnson, how do you stop this squad?
They're a big team. They're probably the biggest team we're going to face all year. So we're going to have to work on our box outs and work on our effort as far as rebounding the basketball. But and their record doesn't indicate how good a team they are. So we got our work cut out.
Winning is great, but facing these teams and grinding with them is what Coach is really hoping to get them prepped and ready for that stretch run and hopefully make some noise late in the season. The guys have hung together in some tough spots and did not fall apart when some teams, they definitely would have. And according to Coach, it's all about how they face down one particular thing he likes to see.
The adversity, and I've always tell the guys all the time that adversity introduces a man to himself, and we're able to fight through the adversity. And I think the break has really helped us out as far as being here together by ourselves with nobody else. We was able to come together and bond and do some team building exercises to help us out. So I'm really proud of the way they've responded, and I think I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Falcons and Lincoln tip at 2 on Saturday. Then St. Aug's takes Sunday off before they get right back to it on Monday against Livingstone. Tip time there is at 7:30. Meanwhile, up in Durham, Coach Moten slowly getting his team rounded into shape. He didn't duck anybody and played some nasty, tough opponents early on the schedule. Just check it out. It's brutal. Trying to get his Eagles ready, hopefully to fly high when the team needs them most. NC Central dispatched FAMU last Saturday for their first MEAC win. The Rattlers kept it close all the way, but Central locked down on defense and took the W late in the game. The Eagles now on the road for their next 4 games, starting Saturday at Delaware State. Now, they played on the road before, but not quite like this. Alumni Memorial Gym in Delaware is not a friendly place at all. I talked with Coach about playing in a hostile environment. What he expects.
There's going to be a element of a shock value to it. You know, it's almost like telling someone who's never been married about what marriage is going to be like. I mean, you can talk all day, but they have to get married to see for themselves. Or someone who never had kids and telling them about having kids. You know, you can talk to them all day about it, but it's going to have to be a necessary shock value. Same thing with this group of young men. We're telling them and trying to prepare them for the road, but right now we're telling them in a safe and secure environment, right? So it's going to have to be a shock value when they go up there and meet it head on, and some things don't go their way, and they have to respond to adversity. So we're just trying to create that type of environment, and obviously we are telling them and educating them along the way, but the biggest education is going to be the actual process.
Hopefully the Eagles won't get too intimidated on their road trip. Probably not, let's face it. They're a randy bunch there. But they've overcome quite a few obstacles to get where they are today already. When times get tough, that's when you ask yourself, what are you made of? What are you doing this for? It's when you dig deep and talk to the man in the mirror sometimes. I asked Coach Moten what he liked about his team. He didn't hesitate to answer.
They've been fun to coach. We haven't necessarily received the results that we wanted, and we've had some injuries. And, you know, this game is no fun when your best players are sitting over there beside you. And we have an all-conference guy, preseason first-team guy, and a possible preseason player of the year candidate sitting beside me. So hopefully we can get him back and we can get another wing and CJ Kaiser back, and, you know, we can be at full strength. We haven't had a complete practice as a unit yet, so we're trying to plug the things away and you know, just make sure we try to put it together as best we can, and that's how it is. Like, life continues, life goes on, no one cares about our problems. If anything, they're happy that we have them, so we understand that and we embrace that, and we're just going to have the next man up mentality until we get back at full strength.
NC Central on a 6-game win streak against the Hornets. For Del State, the Hornets are led by John Crosby, who's averaging 22 and 5 rebounds a contest, shooting just over 41% from the perimeter, too. He might be a problem. The Eagles then head on to UMES for a game on Monday. They're 15-1 all time against them. Sounds like a tune-up game if you ask me. Central has won the last 15, by the way. You know what? I hope you enjoyed this edition of Playbook. We're going to be back here next week with much more on your favorite CIAA and MEAC squads with all the latest as these guys push for the playoffs. Until then, get out and see some basketball. Got a ton of great stuff here in the city. See you next time.